Greetings, viewers, and welcome to another exciting episode of Business in Africa here on Africa Renaissance TV with me, Mohammed M. Sediba. Well, today we're having a discussion on general entrepreneurship, understanding the general aspect of entrepreneurship. So to have this discussion, I have a special guest, someone that has been in the field of entrepreneurship, someone who has been impacting the life of others as far as the area of entrepreneurship is concerned, Mr. Mohammed Jao. Mr. Mohammed Jao, welcome to Business in Africa.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for accepting our invitation. Actually, Business in Africa has been discussing on the preliminary stage of business. So today we want to transition from the preliminary stage to the growth stage. So to transition from this, I will be having the general discussion on what we've been discussing from the idea generation to where we are today. So before going into our discussion, can you please tell our viewers who Mohammed Jao is?
Well, Mohammed Jao is a young Gambian entrepreneur, the founder and CEO of Lejumbo. Lejumbo is an e-commerce company in the Gambia here. And besides entrepreneurship, I'm also into academics. I am a lecturer at the University of the Gambia, School of Business and Public Administration.
So basically, you are lecturing on entrepreneurship, or?
Yes, the courses I lecture on is management,
okay,
and entrepreneurship development.
Yeah, this is very, very close to what we are doing here. Okay. So now take us through the meaning of entrepreneurship. What do you consider as entrepreneurship?
Well, entrepreneurship, the key word here is process. Mm-hmm. You need to understand that it's a process. So if I'm going to put it into context, I would say entrepreneurship is a process of identifying business opportunities in the marketplace. Mm-hmm. But then when you identify the opportunities, what comes next? You have to gather resources to exploit those opportunities by means of setting up a business, mm-hmm, or your business venture that solves crucial societal problems. And in doing so, you are doing it for long-term gain, but you also have to take note of the risks involved. Mm-hmm. So basically, you see the process. You have to identify an opportunity, you gather the resources, and then you have to use those resources and exploit that opportunity by setting up a business, mm-hmm, for long-term gain.
Yeah, talking about the processes, what are the processes that are involved? Can you take us those processes?
Okay, yeah. The first one is, if you're starting a business, you need to identify a problem in the marketplace. Mm-hmm. Right? If you want to get it right, you identify a problem, because the moment you identify a problem, then if you come up with a business solution to that problem, automatically you are solving a societal problem, yeah, right? But then when you identify an opportunity in the marketplace, what comes next? You need to have resources in order to be able to embark on that venture. Sure. So that is when the stage where you have to gather the resources comes in, and this is where you need to have your business plan and attend pitches, pitch your ideas to different investors, mm-hmm, and try to gather funds. But when you have all the resources you need now, what do? You don't use the resources for your personal gains, right, or personal stuffs. Yeah. You use the resources to exploit that opportunity. Sure. And when you exploit that opportunity, that is when you set up your business venture, right? Mm-hmm. And then you either have to provide a product or a service or a combination of both. Sure. And then in that process, you are expecting a long-term gain, right? So it's a process. That's
a key aspect that I always try to look at. Mm-hmm. How do you think passion is related to business? Is there any special relationship between passion and business?
Yes. In fact, there are 3 P's to entrepreneurship. Mm-hmm. And one of the P's is passion. It's patience, persistence, passion. Okay. So passion in itself, passion is key. Passion is energy. Passion is everything. Mm-hmm. The thing is, if you are not passionate about what you're doing, there is no way you can achieve excellence. Sure. If you really want to succeed, first find something that you are passionate about. So here again, the advice is, if you are getting into a business, make sure what you are doing you're passionate, because if you have the passion for it, mm-hmm, you don't need anyone to tell you, Mr. Do this, do that. Automatically, it becomes a hobby. Because your hobby. Yeah. So passion is anything.
Passion builds commitment.
Is everything.
You become committed to, yes, what you are doing.
Yes.
So what are some of the importance of entrepreneurship in our socio-economic development
in the Gambia? Yeah. Well, entrepreneurship is the way forward. If you look at the job market right now, it is compacted. We have so many graduates graduating from universities and institutions, mm-hmm, and the job market cannot accommodate all of them. Sure. So by taking up entrepreneurship, you're contributing to national development by means of job. You're creating jobs, and in doing so, you'll bridge the unemployment gap in the country. You'll also, provide products that people need.
Yes.
You'll be involved in buying and selling, and then you'll be paying taxes. All these things are contributing to the economic
in solving a societal problem.
A crucial one.
As you have mentioned.
Exactly. Exactly.
So now, you've made mention of a business plan. So how important, how crucial is proper market planning is as far as entrepreneurship is concerned? Proper market plan.
Yes, you need to do your market research. That is why your business plan is not solid or is not really bankable if you don't have that segment, your market research.
Market research.
Because before getting into something, you need to know what you are getting into. So you have the international market and you have the local market. You need to make research and know where the market is, the industry in itself. And through the market, you'll be able to understand the specific needs and wants of the people. And that is how you tailor your target market to be able to succeed. It helps you a lot, from your marketing to your communication to your sales strategy. Everything is embedded in that marketing, because that's where you know what your customers really want.
Yeah. It's very important, because you need to know what you are selling to people, whether they need it or not, and then this has to be basically on the market research that you've made earlier. So what are some of the things, what are the most important things that someone need to consider before venturing into entrepreneurship? Well,
before venturing into entrepreneurship, you have to understand, like I said in the beginning, that it's a process. Many people, they don't get this right. They think you get into entrepreneurship today, the next day you are a millionaire. It doesn't work that way.
Sure.
The journey of being an entrepreneur is not silky smooth as it appears. There are so many roadblocks, and these challenges, you have to overcome them. And that is why you have to look at yourself and ask yourself, right, what kind of entrepreneur do I want to be? Because we have there are four key types of entrepreneurs. We have innovative entrepreneurs. We have imitating entrepreneurs. We don't want to be part of that category. Those ones are regarded as copycats. They just copy and paste. Yes, exactly. And we have Fabian entrepreneurs. These entrepreneurs, they also shy away from innovation and change. They don't embrace change instantly. And we have drone entrepreneurs. These are, those that stick to traditional way of doing business, and they are so proud of it, so they don't change. So you want to be in that category of innovative, so that you think critically and produce a business that has that wow factor, something that will change lives and change the dynamics. I think it is really important to consider that before getting into entrepreneurship.
Innovation is very important. So how do you think technology, because I always believe that when you couple your technology with the business idea you have, that will bring about innovation. So how do you think technology is vital in business?
Tech at this point in time is everything. If you observe what is happening, the dynamics in which technology is evolving, the pace is rapid. Everything now, if you're not making use of tech in your business, in few years to come, you'll be out of the market.
Sure.
Yeah, tech is really important. So everyone needs to find ways, every business person, on how to digitalize their business. They need to have that element of tech, because it makes your work process easier. For instance, imagine you having a business, right? And if your shop is situated at, let's say, Sinjo Alaji here, now how do you get customers at Banjul to know that you are selling this? You can basically have a shop in an online e-commerce platform, and then it gives you more market visibility and exposure. So technology is really important. It has gone to a stage where it has now started to teleport people from one location to another. And you will see in real time what is happening without physically being there. So all these things were not possible before. So I would base my comment on the work processes aside from marketing aspect.
Okay, that's great. Now, a lot of myths are related to entrepreneurship and entrepreneurial development. As far as especially in Africa. So, what are some of those myths that you think are related to entrepreneurship here in Africa, particularly the Gambia?
Yeah. So in the Gambia, as we all know, it's a general term, right? I don't like using "as we all know," but this is something that we are all into. People think entrepreneurs, like I said it earlier, you are into entrepreneurship and they think you are a millionaire. And the person, before getting into entrepreneurship, all they see is money, 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 money. So here's the thing: when you are into entrepreneurship, I don't know how to say this, but money is secondary at the onset. Why? Because you need to focus on value. You have to be value driven. If you provide value, trust me, naturally money will follow. It will follow you. But if you fix yourself on chasing the money and you don't really care if you are offering the real value or not, you can have short-term success, but in the long run, your business is going nowhere, right? And that is why most people fail within the first year. It's not only Gambia, worldwide. So that myth is something that really people need to, cap out from. Yeah,
this is very common. People always look at money whenever they are starting a business. I believe this is a problem that is general, not only Gambia but in Africa at large. So in as much as entrepreneurship is very important, entrepreneurship is grows with challenges. As far as you are into a business, then you have challenges. Can you take us through the challenges that are faced by, common challenges that are faced by entrepreneurs in Africa?
Well, in Africa, the first key challenge is lack of funds. You can go and do your interviews, do your surveys. I would tell you 90% will mention that key thing, funds. And also within Africa, there are still so many development that needs to take place. For instance, if you are engaged in logistics or let's say delivery, our road networks are not really good, and some countries they have issues of the payment gateways, so you are unable to accept payments through. So there are so many challenges, right? But there are challenges that are outside of your control, and that the government or governments within Africa, they need to help to make the ecosystem conducive, friendly for entrepreneurs. But there are challenges that are within your control. Challenges like things are not going well. Challenges like, you're battling with getting customers profit here and there, or the stress that comes along with being these are challenges that you can overcome. How do you overcome them? That is why I told you earlier that there are 3 P's. I talked about passion. One of it is patience, and the other one is persistence. We all have dreams, but along the way in your entrepreneurial journey, you can get knocked down many times, and it is going to happen. But when you get knocked down, what do? Like, you have 2 options. It's either you stay down or you get back up. But as far as you are getting up, you'll end up succeeding, because every successful entrepreneur has failed repeatedly. So failure is part of, you see it as a stepping stone to success. But in Gambia here, most young youths they have this fear of failing. So it stops them from, pursuing a lot.
Yeah, failure should be a learning point, So, we talked about the challenges, So now, what are some of the, the ways to overcome those challenges?
Well, the ways to overcome those challenges is to find solutions to the challenges, right? If need be, if you are an entrepreneur that needs to attend entrepreneurship trainings and mentorship programs, so that you get in-depth knowledge of entrepreneurship and the skill sets you need to be a successful entrepreneur, you do so, right? You do that to attend those trainings. And also, make use of tech and online resources. You can develop yourself a lot online. YouTube alone is a whole university, right? And we have other online platforms where you can develop skill sets that are not even available at university level.
I think skill is very vital, because most people will venture into something that they don't actually have skill into it. They will be depending on the the knowledge of others to prosper in that aspect. I think I will ask that question when we come back from this commercial break. We'll take our first commercial break and then we'll be right back. Welcome back from that short commercial break. Just to remind you, are watching Business in Africa here on Africa Renaissance TV. If you have not subscribed, please do so, and also follow us on our Facebook and Instagram, and also on our LinkedIn page. So we are talking about entrepreneurship in general. To summarize or to transition us from the preliminary stage of business development to the growth stage. Welcome back, Mr. Mohamed Jao.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Now, in this phase, we'll be talking about you personally in your entrepreneurial journey and also the activities of Lejumbo. Now, take us the inspiration behind Lejumbo.
Yes, I'm always excited when I'm asked this question. So Lejumbo is a high school dream. I, with a very good friend of mine called Lamin Diba, we were in the same high school. So we in our class, it was a very interesting class because each person was given a name based on the influence you have. So you'll be surprised to know that others were called Lekani, others Lepobar. They are different. They use these vegetation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we are given Lejumbo because of the.
So basically, yes, you were called Lejumbo.
Both of us.
Okay, two of you.
So there was a time, that the name went viral so quick. Okay. So we told ourselves if we start a company someday, because the dream was always there, that we're going to call it Lejumbo. But as we progress, when it actually came to life, it shocked everyone because it's something that started from high school. But then you look at the letters, each letter has a core value attached to our company, right? Okay. But besides that, Lejumbo in itself is an e-commerce company, which is focused on providing a one-stop solution for all online shopping needs. So the vision here is to revolutionize the e-commerce industry and yield the capability to better serve the Gambian market and create a better everyday life for everyone. So that is Lejumbo, yes.
That's quite interesting, from a high school dream now to Lejumbo is a household name now.
Exactly,
when you talk about e-commerce business. Yeah. So take us through the products of Lejumbo. What are some of the products that you are involved in? What business line that you are involved in? Yeah,
so the business model here is B2C, retail e-commerce trade. So we have our own products, and you can purchase the products on the website, and then we get it delivered to you. It is as simple as ABC. People are now, everyone is battling with time. You really don't have time, the hustle in markets and everything. You can simply sit at home at your convenience, purchase, order anything, and you get it delivered. So, but the business is not restricted to only our products, because we also need to create an impact and help the general public. So the platform is open for local vendors. Currently, we have more than 150 registered vendors on the platform. Local vendors, I mean. I gave an example before the break that if you have a business at here and you need market visibility. Sure. So many of the products in our website are also vendors' products. So we give them that exposure they need.
So what model do you use to influence vendors to come and join Lejumbo? Do you have any strategy that you use to influence vendors to come and join your business?
I'll just come back to value. We show them the value that we can give them if they have a shop with us. Imagine you having your shop with Lejumbo. It means you have two shops now. You have the physical one
and then the
online one. Someone can even purchase your product all the way in the diaspora. They can simply see your product and make a purchase, and delivery is done.
So you delivered from the Gambia to Europe? Or
yes, for that side we outsource the delivery, right? Okay. But within the Gambia we do delivery ourselves.
You have delivery?
Yes, we have delivery means with our van and motorbikes.
So online businesses are of course very challenging in Africa, So what are some of those challenges that you face from your startup and then to now?
Well, it's just as I mentioned earlier, the road network and the condition of the roads. When you do delivery of products, especially in this rainy season now, so there's a lot of challenge getting into places, and also like I said, the road network. So the map is not really accurate in certain locations. So you have this challenge of communicating to them, and also the payment gateway is still a problem, right? But I believe that efforts are being done to make sure the environment is very convenient. But besides all that, we are still in it. It takes time. Someone needs to come in when all odds are seeming impossible and make it possible, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
So if someone wants to pay through Lejumbo, do you have do you use the normal account banking system we have, or there is online wallets that you use? Like, for example, there is the advent of Wave, we have, Q Money, Afri Money, and all that.
I was about to say Wave. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. But then Q Money, we are planning to integrate integrate it with our site. But we also accept payments from our, through our bank accounts. Yeah. But most of the customers, they pay through the method we call COD, which is cash on delivery.
Okay.
So they get to pay upon receiving the product.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now, internet is very vital in the line of business that you are operating. But then, Africa, particularly the Gambia, internet is seemingly very expensive. Does this have any impact on the activities of Lejumbo?
Of course, it does. Internet is something that should be access. The more people have access to internet, the more the penetration rate increases, because e-commerce is e-commerce because of internet.
Sure.
E-commerce was made available to the public. That was in 1992 when the internet was made available to the public. That's when we had e-commerce, and Amazon came in as the first e-commerce company. Okay. So internet is really, really crucial, and I think in the Gambia, things are getting better currently, but we still need more internet, more improvement on the data charges, so that customers can have access to internet.
Sure. Now Lejumbo it's in the market now, and then Lejumbo is providing employment for the youths, helping in the eradication of poverty, reducement of also unemployment rate in the Gambia. What advice do you have for the youths as far as entrepreneurship is concerned? To sway away from unemployment and also the poverty rate in Africa.
Yeah. So the advice here is, but even before the advice, there is currently Lejumbo is in collaboration with the University of the Gambia. There is a mentorship program that we are doing on entrepreneurship. Okay. It's a 3-month program. Sure. We are now in our 2nd month. Yes. And this program is purely mentoring people so we have 45 students from UTG and 30 or 25 from the community. So we're mentoring them to develop their, the theme for this cohort is promoting entrepreneurship for sustainable development. Right? So every week we have mentors from different fields coming to mentor them. So the advice here is join programs as much as possible to develop yourself and start thinking of innovative business ideas. You see, there is something I want to make. If I don't say this, I don't think I'll do justice to this interview. So, instead of telling yourself, I can't, start asking yourself, how can I? The moment you have that mindset, things will start to flow and ideas will start to generate. And I advise you to really, really look at the Gambia. The Gambia is a land of opportunities. Where people see problems, entrepreneurs, they see opportunities. So look at the country, look what you're passionate with, try to develop that thing and contribute your quota to national development. Ask yourself, what can I do for the Gambia, not the other way around.
Not what Gambia can do for me.
Exactly, man.
So, of course, problems are where entrepreneurs gain their idea generations from, because you solve problems, to make profit. So I think, this would bring us to the end of our interview. Thank you for accepting our invitation. Thank you for talking to us. Thank you so much. Well, viewers, this is all from us, from Africa Renaissance TV. Just to remind you, this is Business in Africa. Do subscribe to our channels and also follow us on our Facebook page and our Instagram page, and of course on our LinkedIn. Thank you for joining us. And then, till we come your way, I am Mohamed Mustafa Sediba.